That's a good question. What is unique about working in Tunbridge Wells? I've worked throughout Kent. I've done over 25 years service, working with young people and families, and I've worked in most areas. And I've settled in Tunbridge Wells because the people care about what happens, and the young people inspire me to stay. And my staff team, they're just awesome people, and I'm just welcomed by Partnership Working. And when I go down the street, I feel safe. And I think it's really important that I want to try and spread the word that, you know, to improve the lives of young people and families is important. But I want to enjoy myself as a woman, to be able to go, right, where do I want to live? What do I want to do? But I actually really love Tunbridge Wells.
I would say what's unique about working in Tunbridge Wells is we've got almost our own little micro economy, which is partly to do with the fact of where we are on the Kent-Sussex border, and partly to do with the transport links and the fact it's so difficult getting in and out of. You know, people from Maidstone don't want to come into Tunbridge Wells very often because they don't want to come along the Pembrey Road. But also, a lot of Kent don't feel like they own us because we're so on the border, but Sussex know they don't own us. But what that leads to is a really close community. And when you tap into that business community, you'll discover a lot of, you know, really exciting small businesses. And because we're small, we can make up our own rules, like bringing our dogs to work and having them interrupt interviews. So I think there's a relaxed feel about the Tunbridge Wells community, and it's a very close, supportive community.
We have quite a variety of clients. We always say it doesn't matter how old you are here, anybody can paint. So we have a lot of families, a lot of teenagers, a lot of grandparents that bring their children. But we also have late night paintings. We have a lot of, you know, women, a lot of people bring their boyfriends, and they do freak out a bit, and I'm like, don't worry, it's just paint and it's a mug, you can do this. And they get really creative. So I'd say we kind of are all round, to be honest. We get a lot of parties. So I'd say, yeah, children, adults, there's no really right or wrong. We get a lot of variety, which is really lovely. I live here, and I've been here for 20 years, and it's a lovely community, but also there's nothing like this here. So, and I've done it before a few years ago, and I kind of thought it'd be something different and for people to enjoy, and everyone seems to be really happy we're here. So Tunbridge Wells just works great because everyone's a community and everyone wants to support the local and the independent, which is what it's about, to be honest.
So I actually moved to Tunbridge Wells just before getting married. I wanted to get married and grow a family in Tunbridge Wells. We moved from London. And my children are at school in Tunbridge Wells. My home is in Tunbridge Wells. This is the place I love. And also the high street is brilliant. We have so many kitchen shops, we have bathroom shops, tile shops, so it seemed the perfect spot to open a lighting business.
I think it's really difficult as a woman. But of course, I've got grandchildren now, so I've seen different generations of women, and I'm inspired by the young generation of women coming through. And I think that the younger generation of women will give my generation of women that strength to say, no, that's not acceptable. No, I want to be working in this industry. I want to have the same, you know, wages as this person. And I think with women, they just have to be, you know, powered by their voice, and then just enjoy life. My younger self. Another good question. My younger self, I would have said to my younger self, appreciate what you're going to have and not keep trying to, you know, I'm very sort of out there, but not, just stop and just enjoy what you have. And as a younger self, you always sort of, well, I need to do this, I need to do that. Just stop and appreciate what you have, because you can be anything you want to be. With the right support and the right guidance, you could be anything, and you've just got to improve that for yourself and help other people.
Keep working hard and keep putting in the good work ethic, and take the support that's given to you, because thanks to that and thanks to the opportunities I have, I'm here today. And I'm really, really lucky to have that amazing support, and to also have a good work ethic, which I believe my children have, so they tell me at school. So I must be doing something right.
Go with your gut, be brave, and just go for it. Yeah.
Okay, in my role, it's about, you know, We have to be caring, we have to be understanding. Within what I do, within Tunbridge Wells, I've had to be strong. I have to say, you know, we need this support for families, or we need this support for our staff team, or I need to be also calm. But I also need to remember the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and that is to inspire others and also for people to be happy.
I think the advantage that being a woman in business or a female business owner is, for a lot of us, we've done corporate and we've gone through the challenges that there are inherently in being, I was going to say inherent in being a woman in business. I don't know that there are inherently problems with challenges of being a woman in the workplace, but there certainly are being a mum in the workplace. When I had my first child, she's 23, so I was returning to work, returning back from maternity leave 23 years ago. I'd love to think things are different, although a lot of the stories that I hear from people recruiting and from people who are out there, it's not that different. So I think having been through that, having been through the juggling, I think we probably bring a degree of understanding and empathy to create a more supportive workforce in which we can offer opportunity for people regardless of what they're juggling work-life.
Yeah, absolutely. I used to work in London and I used to travel from here up to London, and although it wasn't terrible because it's not too far away, the beauty of working in Tunbridge Wells for me is I only live down the road. I live 20 minutes away. So although I'm not a resident of Tunbridge Wells, I'm a very local resident. It works really well. My daughter comes in to work with me in the morning. She gets the train to school, which is only in Tunbridge. She comes back afterwards, joins me here, and then we go home. I mean, it couldn't be better. So it works, everything works very well for me, and it, you know, much better than if I worked in London. So I'm very lucky.
Yes, definitely. So my children are at school around the corner. My home is around the corner. It means that I can still be the main carer for my children. I'm the person that drops them off in the morning, picks them up after school. I can be around in the evenings for them, but also focus on my business during the day.
Advice I would give them is to study, educate, you know, go out, enjoy life. It's all those things where people just think that they have to do it. You don't have to do it. You should want to do it. And especially as a woman, it is difficult. It isn't easy. But when we can educate ourselves, we are powerful. And therefore we've got to be around kindness. We've got to be around other people, other women who want to succeed. And if you don't want to do that, that's fine. You know, you've got a choice as a woman to be the most amazing woman you can be.
Start early. You can never start too early and follow those dreams. Anything is possible. I've always wanted my own business and something of my own. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't make you millions. You know, what my business pays for is like my daughter to do ballet or my son to do karate, but start early, because if you start early, you're gonna have more energy and you can just go for it. And then you will succeed and take all that help that you can get.
The key piece of advice I would give to young women today would actually be specifically young mothers, and it's very, very simple. It's do not pack the change bag. Now, you're looking at me wondering what the hell that means. So when you have small children, you have a change bag because you have to carry nappies and stuff. And the single biggest mistake I think that women make starts with packing the change bag. So partner is taking out baby, you pack the change bag so they've got nappies. This sets up an entire domino effect that you are the person who is responsible for thinking of everything. And I go back again, my eldest daughter is 23 years old. Whenever my husband left the house to go to work, all he left the house to do was go to work. All he had to think about for the day was, what do I have to do at work today? Whenever I left the house, it was, are there nappies in the nappy bag? Is there food? Is there milk? As they got older, it's, where's the gym kit? Where's the ballet kit? Where's the football kit? Do they have their music for this lesson? Do they have their armbands? All of that means that actually you spend longer trying to get out of the house to go to work than actually being at work. So it sounds kind of flippant, but I genuinely think we're not going to get true equality for women until we give true equality for men. And actually true equality for men means that they not only get offered the same paternity rights, but actually they take them. That they not only nominally have the right to work part-time, but actually they start working part-time. Because until men start being present in the workplace but absent occasionally, in the same way that women are, women who want to juggle work-life are not going to be taken on a par with the men until both of them are trying to juggle it. And it's just accepted, you know what, I'm not a working mum, I'm a parent and he's a parent and we're both juggling the same things. So I don't think we're going to get real equality until we actually empower men to be as involved as we are as mothers. And that actually means, you know, don't pack the change bag, let him get to the supermarket with a child who's done a poo with no clean nappy and work it out. Let him do the juggling. The day that you're going to work and he's not, don't have everything lined up in the fridge, all the meals stacked up. Actually let him be the dad. And when you let him be the dad properly and support him in being the dad properly, we'll be supported properly in not only being the mums, but in being the workers. So don't pack the change bag.
I would probably tell them to be themselves. I think as a woman in business and me in property, I think we all try very hard to be something that we think we're supposed to be, but actually I think being yourself is more important. And I think that's probably would be my recommendation or my advice. I think also be kind, be empathetic, and I think as females we do that far more anyway. So yeah, it's just about being yourself. You know, that's good enough, and we don't have to be like men, we have to be like women, and that's pretty special.
That's a really broad question, but hopefully more women in business, more women run businesses. The industry that I worked in before, the civil service, and that was very, very male dominated, and I feel lucky to be in an industry where actually there are lots of women, and hopefully that will just continue to grow and more women will join and be bolder and braver about running their own businesses.